On your bike, you've got 3 contact points: your saddle, your grips, and your pedals. Your pedals give you grip, help you with steering, and if you feel confident in your pedals, they allow you to get a lot more dynamic on the bike. We're going to run through a few things that are worth considering when buying flat pedals. As you can see, flat pedals come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. Just for example, these 2 pedals are both made by DMR. This is the V12 and this is the DMR Volt. Both very popular pedals, but as you can see, they are different sizes and suit different riding styles, different shaped feet. When deciding what size pedal platform is going to suit the size of your feet, it's worth considering how much pedal overlap you're going to get. There's no point in having small feet and a massive pedal, because you are going to get this pedal overlap, which is going to come in contact to the ground at unwanted times. Here you can see, smaller shoe, smaller pedal, not a lot of pedal overlap. Over the years, pedals have been getting thinner and thinner. The advantages of this is it's less likely to contact the ground because you haven't got such a platform sitting underneath your foot. It naturally lowers your centre of gravity, similar to having a lower bottom bracket. Also, by having the ball of your foot more central to the axle, you can get more power and a smoother pedal motion through the pedal. These are all advantages. One disadvantage though is reliability. Quite often, by the pedal becoming too thin, there's less room to fit in bigger bearings, and on some extreme cases, they take the bearing out of the equation and the pedal then runs on bushings rather than bearings, which work okay, but they don't last as long as your cartridge bearing. A lot of pedals these days actually have a concave shape to them. This allows you to get more pressure on these outside pins and really dig into the pins. This DMR Volt pedal has a concave body. This bit here is lower than the outside edge. Also, it has taller pins on the front and the back of the pedal compared to the ones in the middle, allowing you to grip on these and not contact this smoother part so much. With your flat pedals, the feel is crucial, but also is reliability. Once you get to around the 50-pound mark and up, you start to get high quality seal bearings that will run and run and run, and you'll also get a series of seals to help keep any moisture and grit out the pedals. There are 3 main materials used for making pedals. This is a pedal made from reinforced nylon. They're cheap to manufacture, nice and light. They hold up really well to scuffs and scratches and contacts with rocks, and they can make them in some pretty funky colours. Here's an aluminium pedal made by Hope. It's nice and light. Your pins will hold into the threads really well, and also you can get some really nice machining on them to add a little bit of extra grip. Here's a magnesium pedal made by DMR. Obviously it doesn't look a lot different to an aluminium pedal, but the magnesium body is considerably lighter than the aluminium body. Only downside really to the magnesium is it's not as tough. You will tend to pull pins out of them a little bit easier, and they do get damaged slightly easier, but the weight gain is quite considerable. So it's something you've got to work out if you're riding in rocky terrain where they are more likely to get damaged. Most pedals will run on one of these 2 materials for their axles. Here you've got your steel axle, cheap to make and really strong, and you've got your titanium axle. A lot more expensive to make, but it is considerably lighter. Put these 2 axles on the scales earlier. 2 of these steel axles comes in at 171 grams. 2 titanium axles came in at 95 grams, so a saving of 76 grams. Pin placement on pedals can make a huge difference, and also the height of the pins. If you run the pins really long, you'll get more grip, but they're more likely to bend as you hit something. This Chromag pedal has got lots of different pin placement positions, which you can play around with to customize the pedal to your shoe that you're wearing or your riding style. Some people do like less grip so they can move their feet around more. If you're riding in really rough terrain, you're probably going to be wanting more grip. Pedal pins are quite important. This Crank Brothers pedal uses a grub screw screwed in from the face. This pedal here has almost like a small bolt that screws in from the underside, handy for replacing if you damage the pin. These can get turned over and you end up losing where the Allen key goes in. But I would have said it's hard to beat a grub screw. Due to it being hollow, they do seem to bite on the sole of the shoe slightly better. One thing I would recommend when you're buying some pedals is see if you can try out some of your friends' pedals. Put your foot on their pedal, move it around, see if it feels comfortable to you. Different riding shoes do mesh differently with different pedals, and it's good to try and find a combination that works well for you.